Welcome back. This is the Real X-Men. We will continue in this awesome origins of superheroes and how some of our greatest and best comic book writers were inspired. We are in the book of Jasher in chapter 35. We will go to verse 14. And behold, we ourselves saw with our eyes that Esau, the brother of Jacob, came to him with 400 men, with the intention of slaying him. For he called to mind that he had taken away from him his father's blessing. And he went to meet him when he came from Syria, to smite the mother with the children, and who delivered him from his hands, but his power, in whom he trusted. He delivered him from the hand of his brother, and also from the hands of his enemies, and surely he again will protect them. Who does not know that it was their power who inspired them with strength to do to the town of Shechem the evil which you heard of? See, these counselors even know that it could only be the power of the Most High that gave Simeon and Levi that power to destroy that city. Could it then be with their own strength that the two men could destroy such a large city as Shechem, had it not been for their power in whom they trusted? He said and did unto them all this to slay the inhabitants of the city in their city. And can you then prevail over them who have come forth together from your city to fight with the whole of them? Even if 1,000 times as many more should come to your assistance. Do you not see this? This is your future. If you live right, this is your future. You want to be a superhero? You want to be a real Superman? This is how you do it, man, by living by the ways of the Most High, man. This is how you do it. You want to be that superhero? You want to fly around? You want to destroy the wickedness and the bad people on earth? This is how you do it. Whether in this lifetime or the next lifetime, you have that spirit. Surely you know and understand that you do not come to fight with them, but you come to war with their power, who made choice of them, and you have therefore all come this day to be destroyed. See, these counselors were smart. You're not coming to fight against the sons of Jacob. You coming to fight. You coming to fight against their God, their power, and you're not going to win. Now therefore refrain from this evil which you are endeavoring to bring upon yourselves, and it would be better for you not to go to battle with them, although they are but few in numbers, because their power is with them. And when the kings of the Amorites heard all the words of their advisers, their hearts were filled with terror, and they were afraid of the sons of Jacob, and would not fight against them. And they inclined their ears to the words of their advisers, and they listened to all their words. And the words of the counselors greatly pleased the kings, and they did so. You live to fight another day. Or in this case, you shouldn't fight at all, because you will be utterly destroyed. And the kings turned and refrained from the sons of Jacob, for they durst not approach them to make war with them. For they were greatly afraid of them, and their hearts melted within them from their fear of them. For this proceeded from Yah to them. For he heard the prayers of his servants Isaac and Jacob, for they trusted in him. And all these kings returned with their camps on that day, each to his own city. And they did not at that time fight with the sons of Jacob. And the sons of Jacob kept their station that day till evening opposite Mount Sion. Mount Sion is the land of giants, trust me. You gotta trust me on that. And seeing that these kings did not come to fight against them, the sons of Jacob returned home. So they just stared them down, looked at them, and said, you know what? Of course, they didn't want to do anything. Now, what we're going to do now is, I'm going to read like the first 3 verses of chapter 36 of Jasher, and then we're going to skip to another chapter because it goes on and talks about, some lineage and stuff like that. But, so Jasher chapter 36 verse 1. At that time Yah appeared unto Jacob, saying, Arise, go to Bethel, and remain there, and make there an altar to Yah, who appeareth unto thee. That's in Genesis chapter 35 verse 1. who delivered thee and thy sons from affliction. And Jacob rose up with his sons, all belonging to him, all 112. Jacob and all 112 his 11 sons, and all 112 Hebrews. And they went up and came to Bethel, according to the word of Yah. And Jacob was 99 years old when he went up to Bethel. And Jacob and his sons and all the people that were with him remained in Bethel in Luz. And he there built an altar to Yah, who appeared unto him. And Jacob and his sons remained in Bethel 6 months. All right. So now, they picked up. Once I said pick up, go someplace. So now we're going to skip to chapter 37. Okay. So if you have the book of Jasher, I want you to turn to chapter 37, and we'll start reading from verse 1, okay? And in the 105th year of the life of Jacob, that is the 9th year of Jacob dwelling with his children in the land of Canaan, he came from Paddan Aram. And in those days Jacob journeyed with his children from Hebron, and they went and returned to the city of Shechem. So remember, when he left, he was 99. Now 6 years later, they returned back to Shechem, they and all belonging to them, and they dwelt there. For the children of Jacob obtained good and fat pasture land for their cattle in the city of Shechem. The city of Shechem having then been rebuilt. See, the book of Jasher even goes, it's a story, it's telling you. They destroyed it. It was just women and some, I think it was just women there, and some of the daughters, some of the young children, they was there, and now it's been rebuilt. It's been inhabited probably by some other Canaanitish men who came in there and took over the duties of the men that were slaves in that city. Having then rebuilt, and there were in it about 300 men and women. So it's got 300 men and women. It started with 800 and some men and young men, and now they have 300 men and women. And Jacob and his children, all belonging to him, dwelt in the part of the field which Jacob had bought from Hamor, the father of Shechem, when he came from Paddan Aram, before Simeon and Levi had smitten the city. And all those kings of the Canaanites and Amorites, there we go, those Amorites again, those giants, not all of them were giants, but there were some giants in there, that surrounded the city of Shechem, heard that the sons of Jacob had again come to Shechem and dwelt there. They remembered, in their brief history of their city, they knew why the city was laid waste. And all those kings of the Canaanites and Amorites that surrounded the city of Shechem heard, okay, just read that. And they said, shall the sons of Jacob the Hebrew again come to the city and dwell therein, after that they have smitten its inhabitants and driven them out? Shall they now return and also drive out those who are dwelling in the city, or slay them? So they had a valid point, in a way. And all the kings of Canaan again assembled, and they came together to make war with Jacob and his sons. And Jasher, king of Tapnach, sent also to all his neighboring kings, to Elon, king of Gash, and to Ehuri, king of Shiloh, and to Parathon, king of Shazar, and to Sushi, king of Sarton. King of Sarton, that's interesting. And to Laban, king of Beth-Corin, and to Shabir, king of Othni-Ma, saying, come up to me and assist me, and let us smite Jacob the Hebrew and his sons, and all belonging to him, for they are again come to Shechem to possess it, and to slay its inhabitants as before. And all these kings assembled together, and came with all their camps, a people exceedingly plentiful, like the sand upon the seashore. And they were all opposite to Tapnach. And Jasher, king of Tapnach, went forth to them with all his army, and he encamped with them opposite to Tapnach without the city. And all these kings they divided into 7 divisions, completeness, being 7 camps against the sons of Jacob. And they sent a declaration to Jacob and his sons, saying, come you all forth to us, that we may have an interview together in the plain, and revenge the cause of the men of Shechem, whom you slew in their city. And you will now again return to the city of Shechem, and dwell therein, and slay its inhabitants as before. So now we see a showdown that's about to happen. and it's a showdown. These people, these Canaanitish people, will never forget. All right, this is your boy, y'all's chosen one. I'll get back to you on the next one. Shalom.